Executor versus administrator. What is the difference in New York? Navigating estate management after a loved one's passing can be a complex and emotionally taxing process. Understanding the roles of an executor and an administrator in New York is essential for anyone involved in estate planning or dealing with the loss of a family member. When someone passes away in New York, their estate must be managed and distributed according to either the decedent's will or New York's intestacy laws. The person who handles this task is either an executor or an administrator, depending on whether the decedent left a will. Legalities of executors and administrators in New York. The role of an executor or administrator is crucial in the probate process. The executor is designated in the decedent's will, while an administrator is appointed by the court if no will exists or if the will fails to name an executor. Both roles involve gathering and inventorying the decedent's assets, paying debts and taxes, and distributing the remaining estate to the rightful heirs. To serve in these roles, individuals must meet specific legal requirements. They must be at least 18 years old, mentally competent, and free of felony convictions. Executors named in a will have the advantage of clear directives from the decedent, whereas administrators must follow New York's intestacy laws, which dictate how the estate is distributed when there is no will. Additionally, both executors and administrators have a fiduciary duty to act in the best interests of the estate and its beneficiaries, making the assistance of a knowledgeable lawyer invaluable. Differences between an executor and an administrator. The primary difference between an executor and an administrator lies in how they are appointed and the guidelines they follow. An executor is specifically named in the will by the decedent. This person or entity, such as a bank or trust company, is tasked with carrying out the wishes expressed in the will. In contrast, an administrator is appointed by the court when someone dies intestate, without a will, or when the named executor cannot serve. The court follows a hierarchy of relatives when appointing an administrator, with the surviving spouse typically having the first right, followed by children, and so on. Understanding the appointment process. The process of appointing an executor or administrator in New York involves several steps. For an executor, it begins with the submission of the will and a petition to the surrogate's court. This petition includes details about the decedent, their heirs, and the nominated executor. If there are no objections, the court issues letters testamentary, giving the executor the authority to manage the estate. For an administrator, the process is more complex. The court requires a petition, along with documents such as a kinship affidavit, to prove the petitioner's relationship to the decedent. Once the court is satisfied, it issues letters of administration, allowing the administrator to manage the estate according to intestacy laws. Both roles can involve managing legal challenges, and the support of an attorney is often necessary to navigate this intricate process. Managing an estate is a significant responsibility, whether you are an executor or an administrator. Ensuring that all legal requirements are met and that the decedent's wishes or state laws are properly followed can be daunting. If you need guidance on fulfilling these roles, reach out to New York Legacy Lawyers at 718-713-8080. Our office is located at 132 32nd Street, number 301, Brooklyn, New York, 11232, United States. We're here to help you navigate the complexities of estate management with confidence.